Now, it is to be noted that in the music video, we do see references to Miss Puff, but I'm going to scratch this off.
Wait. Whoa! Hold up! Wait, what? Hold on.
Do see
what?
References to Miss Puff,
Where?
but I'm going to scratch this.
When the fuck was she in the video? When the fuck was Miss Puff in the video? Hey guys, what's good? It's your boy Oreo, and I'm back with another reaction video, and today we are going to check out... Honestly, I was looking for something to watch. I was looking for something to react to, and for some reason I came across this YouTuber by the name of Lego Lightsaber, who have did a video on the complete Glorb Timeline, and this should be like the entire timeline up to now. As I saw, this was posted about a month ago, and Glorb released his last song, The Bottom Three, about a month ago, if I got that right. So, and we also reacted to it as well. If you guys didn't see the reaction video for that, you can check it out. I'll leave the link right there in the description, or you can just check out the last video, I believe, or the last few videos. It should be right there, but either way, it's not that far back. But anyway, I wanted to check this out because I wanted to see what this person did when he pieced together the entire timeline. I want to see if he got things right. And honestly, I'm also curious as well because I don't even know the full timeline. And the crazy part is I sat here and watched every video, but there might be some hidden lore and some hidden stuff that maybe I didn't catch and with watching the videos and stuff. So maybe there might be something that I didn't see, maybe some hidden gems that I didn't get, either with like the videos itself or maybe with the lyrics. You know, like how sometimes some of the lyrics have like double or triple entendres, and I might not be able to catch all three of them. So with that being said, I just want to check it out. Let's just check it out together. Also, I know this isn't anything new, but people are saying that it's some dude named YNG Martyr or something like that. Is that his name? Let me see. Yeah, YNG Martyr. And honestly, I did start listening to some of his music too, and I can see why people are saying that it's him. And honestly, I'm kind of starting to believe that now. I'm kind of starting to believe it a little bit, but I'm not. I don't know. We can never be too sure. But honestly, I listened to some of his tracks, and some of the tracks kind of giving Glorb vibes. So I'm like, could this actually really be the same person? And honestly, I looked at his Twitter. I looked at his social media. There's nothing on there that even remotely have him addresses this. I'm pretty sure people has been like, DMing him nonstop and commenting under his videos. Yo, we know you're Glorb. We know you're Glorb. I haven't seen anything that had him address it yet. So I don't know. Then again, it also doesn't really look like he replies to anybody or something. I've seen a couple replies here and there, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough. If y'all did if there is stuff that he's commented to, or if he did address this, let me know. Link it down below so I can see it.
Whether it be through sheer dumb luck in finding it, or just hearing the Moist Critical interview with...
Is my hold on, wait a minute, no, my quality's 1080p.
Glorb. You've probably heard of this guy with his SpongeBob AI songs.
It might be blurry on purpose. Okay, I thought
there's
it
actually
was my
a pretty
shit.
coherent story behind all of them. So to begin with these stories, we have to start at square one with chapter 1.
Okay, yeah, okay. He had it blurry on purpose.
All right,
I thought it was my shit.
Era, we're gonna have to go through only 5 songs.
Okay.
This being Mr. Swag's The Formula, Dankton's STD, Mr. Swag's Crab Walk, Sponge Ops Fun, and Dankton's KYS. Now, this kind of sums up the first era of Glorb.
Oh yeah, let me just say this. Let me just say this. Once again, I watched every video. I've watched every Glorb video. I got myself caught up. I started from the beginning, worked my way up. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like the formula. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't like the formula. It sounded dope. Like the beat was dope, and the part where Mr. Krabs go get okay or something like that. It was the second time around that he did that, and it was like, it was like he was doing some type of harmonic thing in the background, and I liked that part. That was kind of like my favorite part in the entire song. But other than that specific part, I just didn't really like the song as a whole. I think it was just like I couldn't really understand what was being said. I wonder if I'm not the only one that feels that way. I think it was just more so just I just couldn't really understand exactly what was said. Now I know this is, his old video, his old music, and obviously he's gotten way better over the years. But I don't know. It's just this one just isn't really my favorite. I know it's probably like very superficial to say, but it just wasn't my favorite. It's a good song, just not my favorite. Just I just didn't like it that much. That's all. That's all I want to say.
Being the AI generated videos of Glorb, and this is kind of his first entry point, especially with the formula going kind of big at the time. This was like his big break in the timeline. But in terms of story content, we're not getting much here other than some basic back and forth disses, some interesting visuals to say the least. Not a lot of note goes on story-wise here. So
And I just wanted to point. Actually, let me know in the comments down below. How did you find Glorb? What was the first video you watched from him? For me, it was Eugene. The first video I watched, I actually found was Eugene. I found him after I found Boy What. And as I was looking through Boy What's videos and stuff, I saw the song Eugene, and I was just like, oh. And honestly, I thought it was the same person, but then I looked at the name. I'm like, oh, this is a different person. So that was the first song I heard from Glorb, and then I was just like, okay. Then I started listening to others, and I'm like, oh, is this like a storyline? And I was like, okay, let me go back and let me start at the very beginning and see where it starts. And I just kind of just watched from beginning up to the end, and that's when I kind of started piecing shit together. So, all right, that's just my little story. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like ramble, but yeah.
So we're just gonna move on to the next chapter. Now, this era of the videos, when the beef really begins, really encompasses only another 5 videos, being The Bottom, KFC, Eugene, and Dumbbell. Now, one of these videos, specifically Dumbbell, is a little weird because it could theoretically be placed anywhere. But in terms of the timeline, I'm placing it where it is because at the end of Eugene, I'll put this on the screen, but at the end of Eugene, there is a teaser that the next song would have been Dumbbell. Theoretically, though, Dumbbell could be placed earlier in the timeline, although I'm happy where it is in terms of releasing date. Now,
Eugene pretty much took place pretty much after, around the time that Karen got shot. So yeah. Now, why Dumbbell was teased right afterwards, I don't know, because when you watch Dumbbell, it has absolutely nothing to do with the storyline. Like, Larry has nothing to do with the storyline at all. He's not even really involved. This is just like a separate thing where he's just kind of just like, I've been me forever, yeah. Like, he's pretty much just like flexing. That's pretty much all it is. I mean, and that's perfect, because in the show, in SpongeBob SquarePants, whenever you see Larry, that's what he's normally doing, because he's always at the Goo Goo. He's always in the gym. He's working out. He's flexing his muscles for the ladies. So that's perfect for him. If you really think about it, that's perfect. It's not out of place when it comes to that, but when it comes to story, when it comes to the lore with that Glorb is creating, that's when it's out of place. But song wise, it's not out of place. This is something that Larry would sing and, like, rap about. That's where I got a little confused. I think it was more so. I think what happened there was Glorb just wanted to give us something while he cooked up the next part of the lore. So this is basically this is basically a filler if you really think about it. Like, how anime, has like a storyline, but then there's things that happen between the story, like when they take a break to cook up the next part of the story, like in between arcs, basically. Like when one arc ends and then there's like some random episodes between that before the next arc starts. Those are like filler episodes just to keep us going until they get the next arc ready to go. So I think that's pretty much what this Dumbbell was. It was just a filler song to get us through until he posts the next part of the story. And I think it was the same thing with White Christmas, as well as, actually no, that was the only other song that didn't make sense. Oh no, I'm lying. I think it was the same as It was the same with White Christmas. And again, I think White Christmas was just a holiday type thing because it came out around Christmas time, so it was perfect. As well, so I will also say Trendsetter. Trendsetter had nothing to do with the story at all. Had nothing to do with it. It took place after the bottom two, but I don't think Trendsetter had anything to do story wise. So I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot of talking. We're only like 2 minutes into the video. I'm super sorry if this is annoying. But I just wanted to put my 2 cents out there. This is what happens when I think about stuff. So, man, I'm doing more talking than he is.
Moving on with the bottom, we're getting a lot of disses towards Dankton and him sleeping with his wife. This kind of being the beginning of what sets him off and leads to the creation of KFC, in where he brainwashes Patrick. So Patrick becomes brainwashed by this and then hops on the mic with Dankton. They produce this. Somewhere, I'm assuming in between the bottom and KFC, Dankton was freed from prison, as at the end of bottom we're seeing him get thrown into jail. This could also just be generalized beef, although I do believe he was thrown into.
I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even notice he got thrown into jail. See, this is what I was talking about. I knew I was gonna see there's gonna be some hidden gems and some shit, some things that happen in the videos that I didn't catch on to the first time, that this person will mention. This is one of them. I didn't even notice that he got thrown into jail during KFC. Was it? Yeah, it was KFC, right? Or was it the bottom? No, it was. Yeah, it was No, it was during the bottom. I'm tripping. I didn't realize that he got thrown in jail during the bottom. So that's crazy.
To jail, broke out, kidnapped Patrick, and then put Patrick under experiments, which we see in the beginning of KFC, to mind control him. This then leads into by Sandy, where she goes on a rampage of dissing all of the men in Bikini Bottom, but especially Dankton. Now, it is to be noted that in the music video, we do see references to Miss Puff, but I'm going to scratch this off.
Wait. Whoa! Hold up! Wait, what? Hold on.
Do see references to Miss Puff, but I'm going to scratch this.
When the fuck was she in the video? When the fuck was Miss Puff in the video? Hold the fuck up. Hold up. Nah, hold on.
Now, first of all, fuck these rappers here talking this, talking back, and I just hit up Danger. He a pussy.
Ain't no way I missed that. Hold on. Ain't no.
Danger, he a pussy, don't know how to act. I'm geeked up like.
What the fuck is Miss Puff doing there? I had no idea she was even in the video. That's crazy. And then here she is
Trying to
again.
see him bleed. I get
And then there she is again. Bro, I swear to God, I didn't even know she was in the video. Is she in here again another time? I'm trying to see. Is she in here again or no? No, look, I found her again. Look, she at the bot. What the?
I'm geeked
That's
up like
crazy.
I hit your block in every corner like a fucking DVD. They said the girlie couldn't rap. Hit the kitchen, leave him be.
That's crazy. I did. Wait, what the
I
fuck?
hit him up. Black
What the fuck is Patrick doing there? Yo. Yo, what the fuck? Yo. I had no idea. I didn't know. I dead ass did not know. That's super funny. She's even at the end too. She's even at the end. Why did I not know? Why did I not notice Miss Puff in the background? Probably because I was too busy looking at Sandy's cheeked up ass. That's probably why. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I just had to double check that because what the fuck? That's crazy.
Off as he wasn't fully prepared at the time for how big his creation would become. So we're going to ignore the fact that Miss Puff is in this music video.
Oh yeah, because I sure as hell did. I didn't even fucking know she was there. That's crazy. How are you right there, but then you end up being the ops later? You end up being the ops like 3-4 songs later. How? What the hell happened? That's crazy.
Is then followed up by Eugene, which is arguably the best track in the whole chapter. But Eugene begins with
Honestly, yeah.
shooting at the Chumba.
Honestly, he's kind of not wrong there. I actually do like Eugene is like probably like excluding the newest one that came out, excluding the bottom 3. I think Eugene was probably the best song out of the entire fucking thing. The best one. It's my personal opinion.
Bucket. There's obviously a huge notable difference in animation with Eugene. We can see his animation gets a hell of a lot better through this time. Eugene shows the epitome of the beef beginning, where there are shots fired and Karen is unfortunately killed in this. We'll get back to that later, but Karen is shot and killed at the beginning of this, which is announced by the Bikini Bottom News.
Right.
And further through the song, we're getting references to the fact that, yes, it is in fact canon that Patrick was brainwashed, with some of the lines such as, Patrick, he was brainwashed, but we got him back. Yeah. This is also interesting to note that later throughout the music video, we're getting the first real Squidward bars where he just goes straight onto the mic. This is actually a character who becomes super, super important later down the line, so it's important that we note that.
Well, hold on, because Squidward had a verse in the bottom. Squidward had a verse in the bottom. I mean, it wasn't like a long one, but he had a verse in the bottom. So I wouldn't say this is the first, like his first verse. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to count. Maybe he doesn't want to count the verse in the bottom because it was just like, I don't know. It wasn't. I mean, it was short, but it wasn't like short. I still think it was long enough to count it. I don't know. What y'all think?
But overall, this is a Mr. Krabs diss track towards Plankton.
Oh yeah,
this
absolutely.
Showing just kind of the shots fired between the two and the first.
Oh yeah, of course. Because what's the song title? Eugene. Of course.
First victim of this beef, which then leads us into the final.
Also, I've been meaning to ask this. How the fuck did they get Patrick back? What happened between KFC and Eugene? See, this is the thing I don't like. This is the thing I don't like, because there's obviously some missing gaps in the storyline. Don't get me wrong, the storyline is dope, and I love the lore, but you're gonna realize that there are some holes, there are some gaps in between. Like, for example, between the bottom and KFC. When the fuck did Patrick get kidnapped and brainwashed? Right? And now between KFC and Eugene, when the fuck did Patrick become unbrainwashed? When did that happen? Because I don't remember seeing anything that led up to that in the videos. So those are like the holes that I'd be talking about. I don't like seeing holes like that. I need stuff to be explained. And even if you can't explain it, I need some sort of backstory or some sort of imagery that lets me know, oh, so that's what happened. Gotcha. Understand. So I don't know. That's just me.
One of this segment, which is Glorb's Dumbbell, which is Larry the Lobster, or ASAP Larry, and
A$AP
is
Larry.
a very Yeet inspired song. But overall, the lyricism of it, this doesn't really
The crazy part is, and don't get mad at me, okay? I actually don't know who Yeet is. I actually don't know who Yeet is at all. I've heard of him, but I never exactly looked him up. Maybe I heard some of his songs and just didn't realize, but I genuinely do not know who Yeet is.
show any importance towards the lore, although it is to be noted that in this video
Exactly.
it's said that the formula is either related to Larry or is what made Larry so beefy, or the formula is Larry. It's very convoluted in terms of what is going on in this video. If you guys have any recommendations as to
Bro, again. Oh wait, no, this is no, never mind. This is part of his song. I was about to say, when the fuck was Larry
what's going on, I would love to see that in the comments.
But yeah, okay. So see, like I said, this is a filler. This has to be like a filler song just to get it through until the next part. But I love the fact that he's kind of been incorporated, but not involved in the beef. Like, he's been there. I think this is more so just like him saying, hey, I was around when all this shit was happening, but I'm sticking to myself. I'm just here. I'm just here. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of what I got from this video. I mean, not only the fact that, he's talking about himself and he's flexing, like, of course, like the actual character Larry from SpongeBob would do, but he's kind of just been around, and he's just sticking to himself. He's not worried about nothing or nobody. He's just here. So I like that.
This then moves us into the next segment of Glorb, being chapter 3.
Oh my god, Kill Cam was so disrespectful. Kill Cam was so fucking disrespectful. They basically said, hey, you want to see how your wife died? Yo, that is so crazy. That is so motherfucking crazy. And then to dance on her grave is just diabolical. No, not even dancing on the grave. SpongeBob took a fucking selfie next to her grave. Now that was just diabolical. I can't even. I was just like, damn, that's crazy. I mean, I know she was the ops and everything, but damn.
The third chapter is probably the shortest, taking up only 2 songs, being Glorb's Sad Keeney and Glorb's Kill Cam. These are 2 pretty basic.
I actually love Sakini. I actually do love Sakini. This is like the one side I never thought I would ever hear, ever. And I actually, when I watched this, I felt so bad for Plankton, Dankton. Sorry, I felt so bad for Dankton. I was like, damn. So Sakini came after Eugene. I was just like, damn, this is so fucking sad. And then they gonna fuck around and drop Kill Cam right afterwards. The most disrespectful song in all of Glorb history. I was like, god damn, this is nuts.
But still very good songs, with Sad Keeney being a sad song of written by Dankton, about how he's sad that his wife is unfortunately dead. This is then immediately followed up by Kill Cam being a diss on the fact that Dankton wrote a sad song because his wife died. This chapter begins with Vengeance being the first shot at Karen coming back, this being her return and her terrorizing of the town. This music video ends with SpongeBob getting shot and sent to the ER, which is then immediately followed up with Ken Gangster's Cry, which is a sad country song style that just goes into the details of why SpongeBob is sad as Sandy leaves him at the beginning of the song, meaning that Sandy was dating SpongeBob this whole time. This is
honestly, I feel like Sandy dating SpongeBob was canon to begin with, even in the actual show. I feel like that was meant to be canon. But then again, I'm also trying to sit here and figure out how the fuck is that gonna work. How the fuck does that work? You know, these are things that, like, you know, you think about as an adult. Thinking back on kids shows. When you're a kid, you don't think about this kind of stuff. You don't think about it. But as an adult, you're like, if Sandy and SpongeBob got together, how the fuck are they gonna, you know? Because she needs her bowl to breathe underwater. Right? So, like, how the fuck? I don't get it. Also, don't cancel me for this joke, right? But don't cancel me for this joke. But if Sandy was to get pregnant, right? If Sandy was to get pregnant in Bikini Bottom and she decided to give birth in Bikini Bottom, would you call that a water birth? I'll stop.
Finally concluded with D&D being the final one of this saga. This also being 3, but very filled in terms of the 3. But D&D finishing it off with just a victory lap tour for Dankton and for Karen.
I also love the fact that Plankton had that shit on from. Let me see. When did he have that on? He had that. Look, you see that suit? He's been looking fly since the animation changed. Basically, he's been looking fly since the was it KFC or Eugene when he started wearing a suit. It was one of the two. But he's been having that suit on for a minute. And then when we get to Mob Ties and he got the white shit, bro. Oh God, yo. Plankton got that shit on. I can't lie. He got that shit on.
Just a victory lap tour for Dankton and for Karen. Now, this is kind of its own thing. I'm going to qualify this as the end of Chapter 4. I considered putting this in its own category, but I feel like this is really just an epitome of, like, the conclusion of Chapter 4 being the end for this final battle kind of thing, where it kind of starts with SpongeBob coming in on the bullworm to hit this new giant mechanized Karen that has come back. He then amps up Gary, who then turns into
he
then amps up Gary.
I still think to this day, and I've said this when I watched this, that is still the most epic, cleanest screenshot I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, that is so tough. You see them you see Mr. Krabs, Squidward, Patrick, Sandy, you see them all posted up just watching the shit go down. They not even really reacting for real. They just sitting there watching it go down. They just posted up like yeah. That's so hard. That is so tough. I wish I could have gotten a screener. I wish I couldn't have got a cleaner screenshot of that, but it was shaking so much. But I just, I wish I could have that as like an actual screensaver. I really wish I could, and it actually like looks clean.
Who then turns into a giant as well to fight Karen. all of these brainwashed civilians from the victory lap are getting fought and shot at. So this is just kind of like
The fucking 360 no scope was so unnecessary, but it was needed. It was unnecessary, but needed. And I couldn't have been more happier with that.
Krabs, Sandy, Patrick, Squidward, and SpongeBob all fighting Dank.
Look, and this was tough too. Now this I saved as a screensaver. This one I could save as a screensaver. It looks so tough. All that destruction that was done to Bikini Bottom, they just sitting there watching it all burn. These are like these six. Not no. I'm gonna say five because Pearl ain't really do shit, and she was fucking with the ops beforehand anyway. So I ain't really counting her. But these five are just sitting there chilling. They are the embodiment of the phrase, sometimes people just like to watch the world burn. They are the epitome of that phrase. I'm just saying.
And getting him, like, stopping the evil and overall just beating him. This is kind of the death of Karen again. So Karen is dead now for a second time. Yeah. But you'll see what happens with that in the next chapter, which is...
Oh, yeah.
The casino arc is...
And before that, Trendsetter came before this. And honestly, it was just pretty much... It was another filler before to get us ready for Mob Ties. And it was just Squidward on a solo track by himself. Nothing too crazy, but it was fire. It was a fire song.
The newest and as of now the final arc or chapter in this story being where Dankton opens up a casino. This starts with Mob Ties, where he comes back. This is our introduction to Puff Productions, or Mrs. Puff. This is then further continued throughout as we see him develop this casino, build up this casino from the wreckage of the chum bucket that was destroyed in the bottom 2. But we see him build up this casino, start making money, and really just go at all of the Krusty crew. This is immediately then followed up with Ocean's 11, which is a plot to rob Dankton's safe in his casino.
It's also a very, very good reference to the actual movie, Ocean's 11, in which, if you haven't seen that movie, I suggest you watch it because it's a really good movie.
Where SpongeBob has Squidward distract Mrs. Puff on the cameras while they break in and steal all of the money. And finally, that is where that one ends, leading us to the newest Glorb video, which dropped just a few days ago as of the making of this video, being the bottom 3, which is just this ultimate fight between both Glorb's good guys being the Krusty crew and Glorb's bad guys being Dankton, and now Manta Ray, the Dirty Bubble, all of these Mermaid Man villains, because we're going to see Mermaid Man come in, and it's just an all-out brawl between like Mermaid Man and a bunch of superheroes, Krusty crew members, and a bunch of villains that Mermaid Man usually has to deal with. This is kind of just like the final arc, and so far,
honestly, I really like the fact that they switched up the animation for this one. I really like that, and I think I mentioned that in my reaction videos as well. So I'll say it again. I really like the fact that they switched up the animation, and it went from, and trying new things, switching it up. Now, I don't know if that was just like a thing that they did on purpose, or maybe something happened to where they were like, I have to go this route. But either way, this was a very good move. This was a very good move on Glorb's part. Whether this was intentional or not, this was a very good move. And I hope he does this like more often, because I actually do like the 2D animation just a little bit more, because it shows how creative. It actually really shows like just how creative you are and how creative of an artist whoever animated this is. So, yeah.
As of now, this is where we have been left off, where Dankton drops a nuke in Bikini Bottom, I assume, and this is all we have so far. So now we just wait for more content from Glorb to come out and for us to analyze and add to this timeline. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is kind of a new style for my channel and for me. I kind of want to start doing things like this in the future. If you guys would be interested, please leave a comment and subscribe.
Okay.
Like the video, that helps out a ton. And just, I guess, come back for more when I have more. Thank you so much for sitting through this entire rant about
absolutely.
SpongeBob AI tracks, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.
Okay.
We gon' crash out like
the
the fucking stock market.
Never you in the market. I could never miss a target.
We gon' hit his head and leave him actually.
Oh, okay. Oh man. Sorry. Okay, yeah, W video. This was really good. This was really good. Oh, and you know what? This was so funny that this popped up because this was the not this video, but there was another video. Unless I'm mistaken, maybe this is the video. But this was gonna be the next video I was gonna react to because I saw someone make a video about Bubbles being a crash out, and I was very interested in watching it. I don't think it was this video. I think it was another one. I gotta find it. It's in my history, so I gotta find it. But yeah, this was a very, very dope video, and I'm going to definitely hit subscribe, and I also will hit the bell, and I'm also gonna give this video a like. And honestly, I suggest you guys do the same thing for this video, because if you don't, I'm gonna get really, really mad, and you don't want to see me when I'm angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. I will destroy you. I will eat your kids. Pause. What the fuck is wrong with me? Okay, but all right, but yeah, that was that. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'm sorry that I talked so much and paused so much during the video. I know I was supposed to let him explain. I also wanted to just give my input on things because, you know, everything that this guy talked about made so much sense, and you know, honestly it was just very informational, and it was definitely a bunch of stuff that he talked about that I didn't know about, and I always like looking for stuff like that when I've watched something previously and someone makes a video covering it and they start talking about things that maybe I might not have noticed in the video. I like to look for things like that, so that gives me new things to look for. And I always try to be as observant as I possibly can with each video that I watch, whether I'm actually making a reaction video to it here or I'm just watching videos in my free time. I try my best to be as observant as I possibly can, even to the point where I'll watch it like 2 to 3 times just to see if I catch something different each time. And sometimes I do, most times I don't, but you know, or I'm only human. I can only catch for so much. But anyway, this was a very good video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends, like, comment, favorite, share, hit subscribe if you're new, and all that good stuff. And until my next video, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Laters.